Hey there, it's Sarah with South Body, and today we're going to do some really relaxing yin postures using the wall. So this is really great for getting to sleep if you can't, or just relaxing or letting your heart rest a little bit. So we start up against the wall. Okay, that's the easiest way to kind of get the butt to be able to scooch up against the edge so that the legs can go flush against the wall as you roll onto your back. Hope my landlord's not watching this video because I don't want my feet are going to get the wall dirty in a minute. For now, just see if you can soften the legs a little bit. If your legs tend to hold on and grip here, you'll definitely feel like your legs don't want to just hang out in this pose. That's okay. So if the feet turn out, that's okay too. We're just in a position of kind of letting go, letting the muscles relax, letting the spine be long, feeling the low back connect into the floor. Close your eyes, let your palms turn up away from the body. The palms turn up by rolling the shoulders open and then just relaxing the shoulder blades on the back. Notice that the chin is tucking up. If you're seeing kind of behind you when you open your eyes, then do your best to draw your chin long toward your navel so the back of the neck can lengthen and the throat is open. From here, we're just going to move a little bit from side to side. So let the right leg roll open to the side. Pause here for a couple breaths. Lengthen the inhales and the exhales. See if you can smooth out through the tops and the bottoms. If the left knee needs to bend here to support your right leg opening to the side, that's okay. We're not staying here long, so breathe into the gravity of the work here, like the gravity letting the leg just open without tensing the muscles. Do your best to soften as you exhale. Feel the rib cage expand as you in-breath. And feel that soft collapsing of the belly toward the floor as you out-breath. Bring the hand under that right thigh for support as you let it come back up to neutral. Extend the left leg if you bent it. And slowly trace an arc against the wall, letting the leg be heavy, almost lightly kind of pressing into the wall so that your foot isn't sliding down, your leg isn't sliding down too fast in a jerky motion. You want to control the descent and then soften through the muscles as your leg hits its edge. So be willing to explore that edge and see where you are in that. Find where your edge lies. Notice if the neck wants to pop shorten the back. Mine sure does. So keep focusing on lengthening through the chin, creating space in the throat. And again, if you need a little bit of help here to anchor your hip down toward the ground, that right hip, bend the right knee. Full deep breaths here. Know that you're just here for a moment in time. Give yourself this time. You're here. So commit to being here, being present to what you're doing. And just notice what unfolds as you climb that edge and see the view from the top. Full expansive breaths, 360 degrees, front and back, side to side, top to bottom. Bring the left hand under the left thigh and draw the leg up, feeling the midline hug, the belly hug a little bit to allow the leg to lift, nice and smooth. Then from here, we drop both knees out to the side. Feel free to use your hands to press the thighs gently. Feel the tailbone lengthen along the floor. Maybe even there's a slight, tiny arc in the low back. Big in breath, and as you exhale, just let that low back melt to the floor as best as you can. My hips are really tight right now. I've been doing a lot of biking, so for me, even this is intense. And if it feels like everything's seizing up as you sink into this, then I prefer you and I invite you to give yourself a little bit of rocking back and forth. So it's not that you're avoiding the sensation in the posture, but rather the rocking sensation allows that gripping to dissipate. Sometimes when we hold and that gripping takes place, it's hard to turn it off. But know when you're moving because you're distracting yourself from sensation, or when it's actually helping you deepen the sensation of letting go, of opening, of finding space. 3 deep breaths here. Top of the exhales blending with the bottom of the inhales and vice versa. Breathe into your groin like it had lungs. From here, one more pose to go. So hug the thighs together. Wiggle your bum back a little bit. Wiggle your shoulders back so that you have a few inches of space between you and the wall. And plant those feet on the floor so that you have a little bend in the knees. If you have any trouble with your heart, with your breath, or with if your low back is sensitive, be careful on this one. And maybe try a little bit once, just a tiny bit. If it's too much, come out and just keep that Baddha Konasana, those open knees and closed feet that we just did. Otherwise, feet parallel. Knees in line with the feet, and it's just hips width distance, which is quite narrow. It's probably just about 6 inches, 5 inches apart. So think of a bridge pose here. If you're familiar with bridge, let the arms relax down by the sides. Firmly but gently pressing the feet just enough that the tailbone can lift off the floor as you breathe in. Feel the spine curve and curl off the floor, like you're peeling a sticker off of an apple. Keep the neck long, chin relaxed, and keep pressing to the feet, and feel the tailbone lifting up toward the knees. Now if you hit an edge, pause and come back down. So we're not putting ourselves in a position of injury, risk injury, but rather rolling through the spine, just hunting out those yummy sensations of almost giving ourselves a massage, of feeling the knees, the lower body above the heart, so the heart can do a little bit less work, pumping blood through the body. See if you can roll down slowly with your exhale, touching each part of the vertebrae along the floor as you come down. A couple breaths. Length time here is fine. Tailbone is the last thing to settle. Relax the hips, relax the shoulders. 2 more times. In breath, slow motion. Tailbone lengthening toward the ceiling like it was being drawn up by a thread. Pressing lightly into the back as you lift, pressing lightly into the feet. If your knees are higher than your feet, walk your feet up a tiny bit. So knees end up being parallel with, the shins end up being parallel to the floor. Big in breath at the top.
Exhale, deflate, roll down consciously, slowly if possible. Feel the spine lengthen, space between the vertebrae. Massaging the paraspinals as you roll down through your back. One more time to go. Allow yourself to just rest at the bottom here. Arms relaxed, shoulders relaxed, hips relaxed. In breath and out breath. One more. Inhaling to lift. Arms and shoulders stay heavy into the floor. Trust your weight in the floor with upper body and the limbs. Feel the knees rise up. Feel the shins press up. Feel the feet relaxed and press them to the wall. Make sure you're not on your neck here. I should have said it at first, but hopefully you're listening to your body and you're only going up to the height of the backs of the shoulders. In breath. And out breath, rolling down through the exhale. Go slow, take your time, no rush. Go into the intensity of the sensation. Feel your breath. Relax your hips, relax your shoulders. Allow yourself to curl into a ball and to feel position on one side. Let your bottom arm be a pillow. Pause here. Close your eyes. And pressing into that top hand. Go ahead and come on up. Okay, so hopefully you're just really relaxed for whatever awaits you, or you can go back to sleep if you woke up and couldn't, or have insomnia in general. And I wish you a wonderful, peace-centered day and night.